talk about an event that changed the world: the fall of the Berlin Wall. The Berlin Wall. The Berlin Wall fell on November 9, 1989, in Berlin, Germany. For almost 30 years, the wall had divided East Berlin and West Berlin. It separated families, friends, and communities, and it became one of the strongest symbols of the Cold War. The fall of the wall was very important not only for Germany, but for the entire world. It represented a movement toward greater freedom and contributed to the reunification of Germany, and became one of the events associated with the end of the Cold War. The first important aspect was the division of people. Families and friends were separated, and many people lost the freedom of travel or choose where they wanted to live. The consequence were emotional pain and decades of separation. If I could have changed the situation, I would have promoted more peaceful international negotiations much earlier. I believe dialogue would have been a better solution than building a barrier that divided an entire city. The second important aspect was the conflict between political systems during the Cold War. Berlin became a symbol of the division between the communist East and the democratic West. This created fear and political tension, and at the moment, the world was closer to a larger conflict. I would have encouraged stronger cooperation and communication between governments. Peaceful negotiations are more effective and less destructive than threats and confrontation. The third aspect was the desire of people for freedom and change. In 1989, protests and political changes helped create the conditions that led to the opening of the border. The consequence was enormous. Germany was reunited, and other countries in Eastern Europe also experienced major political changes. However, I think these transitions could have been better if governments and international organizations had provided more support for the people adapting in social, political, and economic changes. If these changes had happened earlier, perhaps fewer families would have suffered, and the transition toward a more united Europe could have been less difficult. The fall of the Berlin Wall teaches us that division and conflict can have long-lasting consequences, but it also shows that people can create change. For future generations, I wish for a world where communication is stronger than conflict, cooperation is more important than division, and freedom and human dignity are respected everywhere. And that is all. Thank you for listening.